Hello, welcome back to the Sales Ops Effect. I'm doing a solo episode today. It's been a while, actually. I used to do one every other interview pretty much. And in the beginning, it was all solo, but that's not the interesting part. That's not why you're here, is it? So these episodes, I want to be more about, they're almost diary musings, just things that I'm seeing whilst I'm speaking with people. And one of the things that was coming up today, I was at a networking event, and thankfully, one of the things that I'm starting to hear is people really wanting to get their system sorted out, people wanting to automate some of the things that they're doing, people that people even realize it's possible is such a great thing now, because for the longest time, I think a lot of us just thought that we'd have to do everything the hard way, particularly micro business owners. Obviously, it's different in businesses that have employees, but even then, sometimes we can get so into a rut, so into this is just the way we do things, that it can be difficult to even think about, is there a better way to do it? Because if it hasn't, that there can't be, otherwise it would have crossed your mind already. And that's just not true. Um, so for the micro business owners, particularly for the people who are thinking about trying to sort out their systems, the first thing that I want to share with you is A, well done. B, there is no technology. There's no one piece of software that's going to solve everything. And I'm not saying that to rain on your parade. I'm saying that to get you out of the really, really intense marketing pull that certain software providers can have, because you know what it's like these days. Everything is so much more intense, and this one thing that can do 55 things will solve everything. And it works. There are so many different pieces of um, like app software technology, whatever it is, that can help. They definitely can, but they will not help you if you are not clear about what you want to do and why. They will not help you if you're not aligning them to a process that exists for your business. If you're trying to create systems that are a carbon copy of somebody else's process, it's not that it definitely won't work. It could, but chances are it's not going to work in the long term, because when you are trying to create a carbon copy of somebody else's process that worked really well for them works really well for them and their business. So unless you have a franchise and you want to run everything exactly the same way, then generally speaking, having the exact same processes won't work for you, or won't work for you in the long run. It might get you some money in the short term, but you won't be able to be consistent with the efforts that you need to put in to make a system work. So I'd really urge you to to be aware that different processes, different systems, different ways of working exist. There is no, this is the only right way. That It's just not true. It's just not true. It's just really alluring as an idea. There is no one golden way to fix anything, or that will work for any particular type of business or industry. The best thing that will work for your business, the best process that will work for your business, is the process that you can do consistently. And consistently doesn't necessarily mean every single day. Consistency for some people and for some businesses is the same things that you do over the course of a month, over the course of a quarter, over the course of a year. It's routine, right? It's not, I have to spend this much time on this thing every single day to get stuff done. That's not how that works. And if you want to know what processes work, if you want to get that ironed out and get that cleared up, obviously you can talk to me and we can run a tune up and sort that out in a relatively very short period of time. So I'll put a link to that in the show notes. But once you've gotten very, very clear, you've mapped out your processes and you've gotten clear with them, you've maybe spoken to some of your business friends to see if there are possibly any gaps that you just can't see, then what you can do is look for technology that can support your process, that can support your strategy, and not the other way around. Because what happens now is a lot of technology, and it's the marketing is effective, but a lot of technology says this is how we do things, and we do things this way because we've seen with our tests on our clients that this is the best way for this to work. So therefore, if you just change your stuff to work with our stuff, then it will work. And sure, it'll work for some people, but it's not going to work for everyone. Like, how much effort do you want to put in to switch yourself up in 15 different ways to work for any one particular kind of company? So map out your processes, get very clear, get help to do that, for the clarity, because sometimes even if you are clear about it, if you looked at it over and over and over again, having somebody else who is outside of your business look at something with fresh eyes is really helpful. I need that. I've been doing this for 15 years, and I need people. And I go to people say, hey, can you please look at this? Because I want to make sure I'm seeing what I'm seeing. I want to check if there's anything missing, if there's anything else that I could. So have somebody else look at it and then find a technology that can best support it. Sometimes you'll be able to find technology that is free. That's great. Sometimes you'll be able to find technology that you have to pay for monthly or you have to pay for the year. Sometimes technology only serves one purpose, and sometimes it can serve multiple purposes. Again, there's no right answer as to which one you should choose other than the one that will work for you at this moment. And at this moment, nobody wants to be dumping and redoing their whole tech stack every single year. But if we think of things on a, let's say 3-year, on a 3-year basis, because business maturity requires you to be able to set up a solid foundation, and then you can make tweaks as you mature. So once you do have an idea of the tech that you want to use, if you can commit to that for 2 to 3 years, then it doesn't matter what new fancy thing that has come out. You don't have to feel envious because somebody else has gone, oh gosh, this is amazing, it's changed my life. Chances are the software that you have can probably do that. You just need somebody else to, somebody else is more knowledgeable with the tech if you're not a techie person to just go in it and switch something up. But the cost of changing from one tech to another unnecessarily, it's not just the price of the subscription, the price of the time, the price of taking your time away from something else, it's a big deal. So that's where I want to start off with these solo chats is I'm very glad that people are thinking about systemizing and automating things that spend automating. The things that's great. But please make sure you've gotten your process clear and you're finding technology that works for you, and don't feel pressured into taking on something or changing something that you don't need to change, because ultimately your business needs to it needs to work for your business and your business needs to work for you. Any questions, let me know, and I'm looking forward to talking to you again.